Welcome students. We have completed most of the points of mathematical logic. Today we will see exercise 1.3. In previous video we have studied quantifiers and quantified statements, negation of compound statements, negation of quantified statements and algebra of statements. Exercise 1.3 is fully based on quantifiers and negation of compound statements. We will recall these points. First of all, quantifiers. For every and there exist are two quantifiers. These are known as universal quantifier and existential quantifier. For negation of quantified statement, we have to replace for every by there exist and there exist is replaced by for every. An open sentence with these quantifiers as known as quantified statement. Now, negation of compound statements. First of all, negation of negation. Negation of negation P is equivalent to statement itself. Second is negation of conjunction, that is negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation of P or negation of Q. Third is negation of disjunction, that is negation of P or Q is equivalent to negation of P and negation of Q. These two are known as De Morgan's law. And fourth one is negation of implication, that is negation of P implies Q is equivalent to P and negation of Q. P and negation of Q. And last one is negation of double implication, that is negation of P double implies Q. As P double implies Q is conjunction of two implications, therefore its negation is disjunction of two negations, that is P and negation of Q or Q and negation of P. These are the formulas for negation. Using these laws, we have to find negation of given compound statements. We will start with question 1. Here set A is given. Using this set A, we have to find truth value of following quantified statements. First one, there exists x belonging to A such that x minus 8 is equal to 1. To determine truth value of this statement, we have to solve this equation. Solving this equation, we get x is equal to 9, which belongs to set A. When there exists quantifier is used, we must have at least one value in the set satisfying given condition. As we get x is equal to 9 in the set A, it is a true statement and its truth value is T, capital T. Now, second example is for every x belonging to A, x square plus x is an even number. As the quantifier used is for every, we have to check this x square plus x is even for every element of set A. Elements of set A are even and some elements are odd. If x is an even number, then its square is also even and hence sum of two even numbers is also even. But if it is an odd number, then its square is also odd. But sum of two odd numbers is again even. Therefore, it is true for every natural number. That is x square plus x is even for every natural number. And every element of set A is a natural number, therefore it is true for every element of set A. x square plus x is even for every element of set A, and hence it is a true statement. So its truth value is T, capital T, as it is a true statement. Now move to next example. Fourth example. For every x belonging to A, x is an even number. As the quantifier used is for every. Check every element of set A is even or not. Here 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. These are odd numbers. That means every element of set A does not satisfy the condition x is an even number. Since 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 are not even, therefore it is a false statement. As it is false statement, its truth value is F, capital F. Example number 5. There exists x belonging to A such that 3x plus 8 is greater than 40. As quantifier used is there exists, we must have at least one value of x satisfying the condition 3x plus 8 is greater than 40. Solving this inequality, we get x is greater than 32 upon 3. That means x is greater than 10.66. X is greater than 10.66. In set A, 11 and 12 satisfy this condition. X is equal to 11 and 12 satisfies this condition, and hence it is a true statement. When the quantifier used is there exists, we must have at least one value satisfying the condition. Its truth value is T, capital T, as it is a true statement. Okay, now we will see second question. Write duals of the following statement. We know for duals we have to replace and by or and or by and. We have to replace and by or by and. Also we have to replace T by F and F by T. First example, P or Q and R. Dual of this statement is P and Q or R. Just we have to replace and by or by and. All the other statements are as it is. Now next example, negation of P or Q and negation of R and S. Negation remains as it is. So negation P we will replace or by and Q statement as it is. Again conjunction is there, we will replace it by disjunction, that is or. Negation as it is, negation R and is replaced by or S. Now seventh example is negation of P or Q and P or negation of Q and negation of S. Dual is, now negation remains as it is, P or is replaced by and, Q, now and is replaced by or, second bracket P, again or replaced by and, negation as it is, Q and replaced by or, negation F. Ninth example is negation of P or Q and R and T. Here T is for tautology. First of all, write the terms which remains unchanged. Negation P, Q, R. These terms remains unchanged. Now replace or by and by or, and T by C. C for contradiction. Third example is P P or Q and R or S. First of all, write the terms unchanged, all statement letters P, Q, R, S. Now replace OR by AND 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 by OR. Now sixth example, negation of P and negation of Q and P or Q and negation of R. Write all the unchanged terms, negation of P, negation of Q, P, Q and negation of R. Now replace AND by OR and OR by AND is the dual of given statement pattern. Eighth example is C or P and Q or R. First of all, write unchanged terms. Unchanged terms are all statement letters P, Q, R. Now replace C by T, OR by AND by OR is the dual of given statement. Now last example, P or Q or C. P and Q remains as it is. OR is replaced by and C is replaced by T. Each question carry 1 mark. Now question number 3. Write the negation of following statements. We have seen rules for negation. First example, x plus 8 is greater than 11 or y minus 3 is equal to 6. Here logical connective used is OR. Therefore symbolic form of the statement is P or Q. Disjunction of P and Q. P or Q. Therefore its negation is negation of P or Q is negation of P and negation of Q. This is known as De Morgan's law. Your first statement is x plus 8 is greater than 11. So its negation is x plus 8 is less than equal to 11. Then we have to write logical connective and. Now second statement, y minus 3 is equal to 6. Its negation is y minus 3 is not equal to 6. Now second example, 11 is less than equal to 15 and 25 is greater than 20. Symbolic form is P and Q. Conjunction of two statements. Therefore, negation of this statement is negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation of P or negation of Q. This is again De Morgan's law. Write the negation. First statement is 11 is less than 15. Its negation is 11 is greater than equal to 15. Now we have to use logical connective OR. Then second statement is 25 greater than 20. Its negation is 25 less than equal to 20. Now fifth example, if it is raining, then we will go and play football. Here logical connective used is if then. Therefore symbolic form is P implies Q. P implies Q. But second statement is conjunction of two statements. Therefore it will be P implies Q and R. P implies Q and R. Here P is it is raining, Q we will go and R is we will play football. Therefore its negation is negation of P implies Q and R. We have seen negation of implication is negation of P implies Q is P and negation of Q. That is first statement as it is and negation of second statement. In same way, we get first statement P as it is and negation of second statement. Here second statement is Q and R. Negation of Q and R. And by De Morgan's law, negation of Q and R is negation of Q or negation of R. So negation of P implies Q and R is P and in bracket negation of Q or negation of R. We will write statement. Statement P is it is raining. Q we will go. Statement Q is we will go. And R is we will play football. We will play football. We require negation of Q and negation of R. Here Q is we will go. So its negation is we will not go. And R is we will play football. Its negation will be we will not play football. Right? Negation of P implies Q and R is it is raining. First statement as it is. Then logical connective used is and then bracket in bracket negation of Q or negation of R, that is we will not go or we will not play football. We will not play football. Then same question. Now seventh example. All natural numbers are whole numbers. All natural numbers are whole numbers. This is quantified statement and quantified used is all. For negation of quantified statement, all is replaced by some. And then we have to write negation of the statement. For negation, we have to apply not to the original statement. Some natural numbers are not whole numbers is the negation of given statement. Next example. For every n belonging to n, n square plus n plus 2 is divisible by 4. Here quantified used is for every. It is replaced by there exist. There exist some n belonging to n such that as we used there exist quantifier, we have to use connective such that n square plus n plus 2 is not divisible by 4. Last sub question of question number 3. Ninth example. There exists x belonging to n such that x minus 17 is less than 20. Here quantified used is there exist. So it is replaced by for every. For every x belonging to n, x minus 17 is greater than equal to 20. Or we can write this negation as for every x belonging to n, x minus 17 is not less than 20. Each question carry 1 mark. 1 mark is also important, so remember it well. Now we will see question number 4, converse, inverse and contrapositive. This we are done in lecture number 1. If you have any difficulty, please watch lecture number 1. We know if P implies Q is the implication, then converse of P implies Q is Q implies P. And inverse is given by negation of P implies negation of Q. And contrapositive is given by negation of Q implies negation of P. Remember it well. Converse, inverse and contrapositive are most important. Now first one, if x x less than y, then x square is less than y square for x and y belonging to R. First of all, write separate statements P x less than y and Q x square less than y square for x and y belonging to R. First of all, we will write converse. Write in symbolic form converse. Q implies P. If x square is less than y square, then x less than y for x and y belonging to R. Next one is inverse. Inverse is given by negation of P implies negation of Q. Here P is x less than y. Its negation will be x greater than equal to y. And Q is x square is less than y square. Its negation is x square is greater than equal to y square. So inverse is if x greater than equal to y, then x square is greater than equal to y square for x and y belonging to R. Now contrapositive. We know contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P. We have already negation of P and negation of Q. Just write in the form of implication. If x square is greater than equal to y square, then x greater than equal to y for x and y belonging to R. This question carry 3 mark. Converse 1 mark, inverse 1 mark and contrapositive 1 mark. Second example, a family becomes literate if the woman in it is literate. Here P is the woman in it is literate. This is of the form Q if P. Remember that statement after if is P. Next one. First of all, write separate statements. P, the woman in family, it means family is literate, and statement Q is a family becomes literate. First of all, we will write converse. Converse of P implies Q is Q implies P. Q implies P. Write the statement. If a family becomes literate, if a family becomes literate, then the woman in it is literate is the converse of given statement. Now we will write inverse. For inverse, we require negation of P and negation of Q. P is the woman in it is literate. So its negation is the woman in family is not literate. Negation of this statement is the woman in family is not literate. And family becomes literate, its negation is family does not become literate. So inverse, the woman in family is not literate, then family does not become literate. Okay, now contrapositive. Contrapositive of P implies Q is negation of Q implies negation of P. We already have negation of P and negation of Q. Now write statement. If a family does not become literate, then the woman in it is not literate. The woman in it is not literate. Converse, inverse and contrapositive are most important. This question carry 3 marks. Grab these 3 marks. Okay, see you in next video. And subscribe my YouTube channel Genius NEET Solutions.